Oh. So today we were back working on Tahiti again. My 2004 Chevy Tahoe. As always, for anybody who's new here, click the link at the top of the screen. That's going to bring you to my $1,200 Tahoe playlist. You get all caught up, and you'll see the many changes and repairs that this girl has gone through since I picked her up from auction, which is it's a long time ago. Now today we're going to be doing some brakes on Tahiti, and this isn't something that I would normally care to, make a video on. However, it's not any brake job. It has been close to 3.5 years. Well, it has been actually exactly 3.5 years since I put GMT900 brakes on this thing. The brakes are starting to make some noises. I'm starting to hear, it almost sounds like the squealers when I have the windows down, so I think they're pretty much done. I put rears on it not too long ago. But yeah, 3.5 years these things have been on here. I got the calipers for like 20 bucks a piece from a junkyard, put new pads and rotors from a GMT900, and these brakes have been incredible. So today we're going to break them down, change them out, and we're going to see how everything wore. So before we take a look at these brakes, I just want to address the missing coilovers, because I know people are going to be confused as hell, even though I did make a video on this. If you want the complete, detailed explanation, click the link at the top of the screen. I did make a video right after I pulled these out. However, I didn't make the video actually on installing them. Just seemed kind of counterintuitive. But yeah, I pulled the ATV coilovers out, got a bump stop back in there, pretty much just welded back in any missing steel, and everything has been fine and dandy. Main reason for this being the kind of Ram TRX inspired build I was going for with this was purely for like YouTube content. I love modifying crap. You've seen my Camaro. That Camaro is coming a long way from when it was completely stock. It used to be a V6 auto car. So I have no problem modifying things. However, driving this every day, I realized after putting the big tires on it, seeing the decrease in fuel mileage, just kind of the black wheels I wasn't really crazy about after I put them on, and all the stuff I was doing, at the end, I realized I like this more as a daily driver, just being stock, than a content vehicle. So I decided to pull them out. For like all the reasoning and everything, just go ahead, check out that video I linked up at the top of the screen before. You can kind of get a further explanation. All right, so now let's take a look at what we have going on here. Now remember, I picked these calipers. Ah, dude, the other side's on the floor. What do we got here? Oh yeah, dude. Those are freaking done. I didn't cook the rotors, but they're pretty like crusty. Like they have a bad rust ridge on the inside. So I figured I might as well change them. I got the rotors from Rock Auto and the pads from AutoZone, just because I thought I was going to do a pad slap on it. And then I said, you know what? This is my primary daily driver. Especially since the Escalade is kind of like, it kind of hates me at the moment. I can't really rely on it too much. I figured I might as well just go all out and put some fresh rotors on it. But yeah, these are GMT900 calipers. And hopping in this truck from the Escalade, this thing drives it brakes so much better. And that's because it has the same front brakes as the Escalade. All right, what do we got here? Yeah, that outside one has some life on it. Oh yeah, I forgot. I put these weird like Wagner brake pads on here, which are kind of stupid. There's got to be a reason why they made them this way. They got a crack going right down the inside. But look at all that surface area we're losing. I know I wasn't crazy about these when I put them on. At least nothing seized up. That's pretty good. Yeah, we were just starting to hit the squealers. That's what that noise was. But that's... Oh, actually, you know what? That's some heavy... That's not very even wear, is it? I wonder if this caliper's dragging. The pins move fine. It's possible the pistons aren't releasing all the way. Oh, dude, look at that. They come right off. The rotors aren't stuck. Very, very nice. Yeah, look at that. That looks like absolute crap. I don't know why. A lot of these trucks do this. I see this a lot on express vans. I work on a lot of those at work, express vans, Savannahs. They all tend to do this crap. Yeah, so the rotors here I got from Rock Auto, they were relatively cheap. I think they were like 40 bucks a piece, somewhere around there. I got the coated ones, so they're not going to get all rusty and gross. The pads I got, because you guys know I'm impatient, so I figured I was just going to throw pads on it and just leave the rotors. And then when I peeked under there, saw how like crappy those were, I was like, okay, I'm getting rotors, but I'm not spending $107 a rotor at AutoZone, which is ridiculous. The pads were like 55 bucks, which isn't bad in the lifetime, but I wasn't spending that much on a rotor. So yeah, we'll just pop these guys on with the AutoZone pads and we'll see what the other side looks like. All of my cars need friggin' brakes too. I took the Astra's been sitting for like a couple of months because I've just been driving the Escalade. Well, switching off between this, the Escalade, even the Camaro now I have up and running again. Trans Am's kind of been sitting, but we'll get to that in a video very soon. But yeah, the Astra, after sitting for 2 months, I go to pull it out. First of all, I had to jump it. Battery was completely dead. I go to back it out, and it friggin', the brake pedal immediately just goes to the floor. I pump it up a little bit, it comes back. I'm like, okay, that was weird as hell. Drive home with it, and the next day I go to take it out, I charge up the battery, and I thought I was gonna go take it on a road test because it needs an inspection, so I figured, the monitor's probably gotta get reset, relearned. I'll just take it to work, drive it around, whatever, get some mileage on it. And I roll down the windows and I just hear this god-awful metal on metal sound. I look at the driver's side outer brake pad, it is no longer there. The backing plate is there, but the whole brake pad is gone. So I'm assuming when I went to back out, the pad must have been rusted to the rotor, and it just slipped off the backing plate, and that's why the pedal went to the floor. So, yes, the brake pad material literally fell out. I think the other reason why this stops better than the Escalade is probably because the Escalade has a brake vacuum booster, where this has a Hydro Boost. I don't know, because the Escalade still needs brakes anyway. Like, I did the backs, but the fronts are pretty sketchy. They got meat on them, but they're pretty rusty. The rotors probably look like the ones I just pulled off of this. Plus, who knows what the caliper pins are doing. Those could be completely freaking stuff. But I mean, easily, man, one of the cheapest, most worthwhile upgrades you could do to these trucks. Just slapping on some newer GMT900 brakes. It's incredible. It's so freaking easy. Now they're moving fine. I was gonna go and put like fancy toe brakes like I put on the back, but then I was like, don't really need them, because once again, we're just back to regular daily driver status. And I haven't actually like towed anything with this thing in years. And when the time does come, that's what the Escalade is gonna be for. So Tahiti's gonna have a very nice retirement, in a way, even though she's never gonna be retired from actually driving, that's for sure. Yeah, same deal going on over here. Inside is just about metal to metal. We're barely touching the squealer there. And the outside, still got plenty of freaking life left on him. I don't know. Ugh, I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that. Caliper boots ripped open. I guess a non-junkyard pair of calipers are probably in this girl's future. I don't know, I guess I could do a rebuild on them. I'll see how much a seal kit is. for now, it's going back together. Oh, I guess we're going to buy AutoZone calipers because I need this thing for the weekend and I don't have time for Rock Auto. I'm like, why is the boot bubbling up? Usually that happens when you get air in it and then you just pinch the boot and you can get the air out, but that's not air. That's full of brake fluid. Okay, let's hope they have them in stock, huh? All right, and here we are. Luckily they have one of each in stock. I almost made the mistake of asking for 2004 Tahoe calipers. Then I remembered, oh, I need them for a GMT900, so I ended up using a 2009 Tahoe. And yeah, they had them in stock. They weren't too bad. They were a little more expensive. They were $82.99 a pop instead of, what did I say before, like $79, something like that. But while I was online, I was looking through Rock Auto. Brand new, like off-brand calipers from them are like 85 bucks, which is pretty much the same as these once I send the core back, because it's 82 plus core. And Reman from Rock Auto are like 35, 40 bucks, but with like a $40 core. And I never go through the effort of boxing them up. I should, you know, you get money back, but it's a lot of work to box them up, bring them to UPS, get a label, send them back. It's just easier just getting them local when it comes to stuff like this. Hey, okay. Fun. What is, oh, the caliper, okay. That's surprising. Well, these are new brake hoses. Shouldn't be that surprised that that wasn't stuck to there. Then we got our nice new hardware. Some nice fresh copper washers. Right there. All right, let's go ahead and give this thing a few pumps. And then we'll just crack the bleeder. Let it kind of gravity bleed a little bit. Get most of the air out. Feels pretty good considering. There's a bunch of air in the caliper. Just crack this open and just let it drip. I'm gonna go give it a few more pumps, and then maybe I'll throw the vacuum bleeder on there just to get some pressure going through it, and then we should be good. Just gotta pop a new one on the other side. Screw the vacuum bleeder. Where's my trusty one-man bleeder? There it is. Oh, that's nice. All my funnel adapters are gone forever. I always keep some brake fluid in it, just for this occasion. And we'll give this some pumps. Be sure to force any air out of it. Oh yeah. Well, there we go. New front brakes for Tahiti, so I can continue dallying her while continuing to stop. This thing got to go for safety. Everything like lined up like the worst possible way. The Astra state inspection expired last month. It needs front pads. I'm gonna throw rotors on it as well. Like I said, those are on the way. I just looked at the back pads. They're pretty low as well. They should pass inspection, but gonna need rear pads and motors. This thing's due for inspection next month in May. So I got the brakes taken care of. But because this has a tune and it's on speed density, I don't have the mass airflow hooked up, so I got to put the mass airflow back into it and then do a dry cycle so it'll pass inspection. So that's got to be done to this. The Escalade's inspection is expiring this month in April as well. And actually, the Astra expired in March. Escalade is expiring in April. This is expiring next month in May. The Camaro technically expired back in 2021 along with the Trans Am, so I really need to get on them, even though I don't park those on the street anyway, but I still need to get them inspected. So there's a lot of just kind of BS that has to be done. Plus the Trans Am needs some stuff done. I got to hook up the wipers and finish some stuff with the lights before that can even go for inspection anyway. But I'm kind of rushing to get one vehicle, like, legally on the road to continue driving. This turned into something. I thought it was going to be a pretty straightforward kind of update video on the brakes and casual kind of just mingle and talk brake job, which turned out to me spending almost $200 on brake calipers that were leaking that I did not even know about. But still, this is a very worthwhile upgrade. If you have one of these trucks, I'm going to put a link to that video at the top of the screen again. Go check it out. It's totally worthwhile, especially if you tow one of these, just having those larger brakes from the GMT900. It's like the cheapest, like stuff like that you could just take from other models of trucks, like from the same manufacturer, and just slap it onto older models. It's like the best friggin' thing ever.